like one unexpected expense just comes, budget is ruined. One snack, one trip, everything is after my budget. I don't understand. In this particular video, I'm going to share with you 6 tips that can help you stick to your budget. 6 simple and straight to the point tips. The first one is always enter the money as soon as the paycheck arrives. Put it in your budget and distribute it. So one of the reasons why your budget does not work is because you plan with money that's going to arrive in 5 years time. One money that they promised you, one birthday gift that you're expecting. That is not how it works. Some other times it feels like you make your budget with the same set of expenses every single month. This is one of the things that would help you make a budget that can never be followed. That is absolutely unrealistic. The first tip for you to take is to make sure that as soon as the paycheck comes in, you distribute it into your budget. Number 2 thing that will help you to stick to your budget is to ensure that when budgeting, make sure that there's no money left. Budget to 0. Make sure that there's nothing left to spend, because when you leave extra cash without assigning it to a job or something it's supposed to do, what happens is that you tend to always feel like, oh, there's an extra cash somewhere. I can make this purchase. I can make this expense. Meanwhile, you're setting yourself up for some trouble, because you might end up overspending without even realizing, because you know that, okay, there's supposed to be like one money that does not have any work that you're supposed to do. So make sure that you always budget to 0. The other thing I would advise you to do that would help you stick to your budget is to check your budget before spending. Yes, it is very, very important for you to check your budget before spending, because it also helps you to avoid overspending and underspending, if there's anything like that. Well, either ways, once you check your budget before spending, it helps you tick off what has been bought, what the amount of money that you can afford at that particular point in time is, and also avoid heartbreak. Check your budget before spending. There's so many expenses that you don't even bother to attempt, because you already know that, okay, this is not in the budget for this particular period of time, so you cannot afford it, or you rather just push it to the next budget. Which leads us to the next tip, the 4th tip, which is to always write out your expenses or whatever you spend each and every day. To make sure that you have an updated budget by the next time you're making a budget, you need to know those things that you spent your money on in the previous month, in the previous week, or whichever time frame that you're using to make your budget. And this is actually really important, because once you note down your day-to-day spending, it makes it way easier to make a new budget that is definitely going to be realistic. Like I said before, one of the reasons why you, my cousin, are not making a realistic budget is because you keep using the same amount of money every single time, not even considering inflation and how prices of things change, and also how you yourself also change, because there's some things that you probably would love to do in January, and as at June, you most likely might not be doing them. Change of weather, change of season, birthdays, and all of that. So you need to always update your budget as time goes on, so that it is realistic and you can follow it at every point in time. The next on the list, which is number 5 on how to stick to your budget, is reconcile frequently. This is actually a very important step for you to be able to stick to your budget, because once you're able to reconcile frequently, you know those things that are happening in real time. So you're able to tell yourself, okay, I might need to readjust my budget, I might need to cut down on some of my spending, I might need to join a colleague to work to save my transportation because I already overspent on that. You just need to reconcile every time, so that whatever you think is in your account as at when you're reconciling is the actual amount of money that is in your account, and whatever is on your budget is the same amount of money that is left in your account. So you need to always balance things out. So that is why it is very important for you to reconcile. And this is a very helpful tip for you to be able to stick to your budget. And the last but not the least in this particular video on how to stick to your budget is to give yourself the freedom to adjust your budget. You are the one who made this budget. So if you're saying that, okay, my spending habit is changing, my likes and dislikes are changing. The way I want to spend money this month is different from how I spent money last month, or the way I should spend money next month should be different from how I spend money this month. Give yourself permission to change your budget. It is not a do or die affair. It is not a must do right now, right here kind of thing. You need to be free. The idea of why it is your budget is because it's something that's personal to you. So always ensure that you are easy on yourself, and with these 6 tips I just mentioned, trust me, you'll be able to stick to your budget going forward. If you've watched to this time, you're the real MVP cousin. Thank you so much. I want you to like this video, please, and please click on the button that is recommending another video to you right now. You need to learn something new. So I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.